What's up, dude?
What's up?
Oh man, it's just finishing up a work day. Ready to watch
Nice.
SmackDown. Ready to talk Triple A
Good to
Lucha
hear.
Libre. You know
Yeah,
what's
this
good
looks
with you,
weird. Not much. Sorry, I'm just messing with some settings because this looks weird. Looks
bro?
off.
Stop messing with your settings, bro.
They just updated. Ever since they did their little updates, it's been like diminishing my quality. It's been weird.
Who?
TikTok Studio.
TikTok Studio? Yeah, I hate TikTok Studio, bro. Oh shit, I
No, we
probably
love
shouldn't
it.
say that.
We love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
We
yeah. Huh,
love
my
it.
bad,
We
man. I'm just
love
kidding,
TikTok. TikTok
TikTok.
Studio.
You
TikTok
guys are
Shop
the greatest of all
of
time.
all time.
I think you should get into soccer broadcasting, bro.
Nah. Nah. Hey, I actually watched my first soccer match all the way through, and it was the day that Mexico lost.
Wow, out of all the games, huh? You had to watch that one.
Well, I mean, I was like, let me give this another chance. And then they lost, and I was like, all right, I'm done watching.
You're like, I'm done with that. Yeah, that was a good game to watch. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get into unless, like, I don't know. I like it because that's all I watched since I was a kid. Maybe if I didn't watch it that young, I probably wouldn't be into it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, I got really drunk that day, so I had to drink my pain away after watching that fucking game.
Yeah, it's okay. You're fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
was that game was on a Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a Sunday.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
day after
okay.
the 4th.
Yeah. But the day before that, it was good because we watched Lucha Libre AAA, and we're gonna do that again tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Why does it feel like a Thursday today?
It does, huh? It feels weird today.
Today feels off. But yeah, tomorrow, AAA, AAA.
Hmm.
And I was already looking at my stuff. I was actually going to text you because you still
Hmm.
haven't texted me where you're staying for Mexico City.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. I got to do that.
You got to text me where you're staying so that I can find somewhere in the vicinity.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were looking at like hotels and flights and stuff. So we will definitely be out there. I might go to
So
Raw. I don't know yet. I might go to Raw in Mexico City.
yeah, dude, you should. I'm gonna try to go to SmackDown in Mexico City because they're gonna have SmackDown, Triple Mania, and Monday Night Raw in the same arena. So I'm gonna try to go on Friday for sure.
I'm curious because as soon as SmackDown is over, right? Because SmackDown's only 2 hours long. So
Hmm.
I wonder if as soon as SmackDown is over, Triple Mania Night 1 starts in Vegas, obviously. So I wonder if they're going to do a watch along right after in Mexico City. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
because they did something similar. Didn't they do like SmackDown and then they played one of the soccer games for the World Cup?
No, I don't know about that. No.
Yeah, they did a live showing for one of them. I'll have to send it to you. So I could see them doing that. It starts literally the minute that SmackDown is over, Triple Mania Night 1 starts. So I could definitely see them do a watch along in the same arena.
That'd be cool. Yeah, and if they don't, I mean, there's going to be so many places that you can go to in events, probably like watch alongs or watch parties in the city where a whole bunch of people are going to get together to watch it. Like either way, it's going to be dope, man. I didn't even think about that. Now I'm more excited.
That night's gonna be insane, bro. They have 3 events going on September 11th. They have Triple Mania
Hmm.
right after SmackDown. They obviously have SmackDown in Mexico City. And then they have a live event in Mexico on the
Hmm.
exact same night. So they have 3 events in the same night, all over the place.
Yeah, I just recently learned that, they're doing the whole live event thing again. Like they haven't been doing live events that much lately, but I think this entire summer they're doing live events in Mexico and they're even doing some live events here in California, I think next month or something like that.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
yeah. How far are you from Oakland, real quick?
2 hours.
Okay, I was gonna say there's a free meet and greet for a solo coming up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're going to be in Oakland. I'm going to try to go because I saw CM Punk. He posted his dates on his story and he is scheduled to be at the SmackDown in Oakland. So I think I'm gonna go so I can see the punker. That'd
They're
be
gonna
cool.
be So they have Raw in LA, which is about 2 hours away from me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna be the 27th, the Monday before SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. They have Brock Lesnar advertised, Roman Reigns everybody big is
Yeah,
gonna be there. You know,
I don't recommend it.
it's too much money, dude. It's like 300 plus.
Not just because of the money, but just because of I went to the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, and it wasn't good. I didn't think it was good because it was the Raw before Mania, so they were saving all the good stuff for Mania. So everyone was pretty much coming out like
Promo,
a
promo, promo, promo,
promo,
promo.
promo, and then like the matches that we had were like super like preliminary mid card matches that it's just like we just have to have them on the show just to have some type of wrestling.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was just a bunch of promos. So I don't recommend it. I mean, it's cool if you get to see some of the top stars before the big match. You see their entrances, you hear them talk, but it's just like that's it, bro. So, yeah.
Well, we came here to talk AAA, so let's talk some AAA.
Yeah, let's do it. What do we got?
It's actually a pretty easy card. There's only one match as of this moment is advertised. Uh, I don't know what better way to say it because I'm excited, man. Jack Cartwheel is back in AAA. At least that's what it's been reported. Jack Cartwheel will take on Mini Vikingo and Dragon Lee in a triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship, number one contenders. So we'll see who becomes number one contender because, man, I love all three of them. But, sorry, I'm getting
Hello.
slow.
So,
I love all
okay.
three of them, but man, I think
I think you got it mixed up. This isn't for the Cruiserweight Championship.
no, I said Cruiserweight Championship number one contenders. I
Oh,
said it
number
right
one
after.
contender. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's what's up, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm glad to hear Jack Cartwheel's back. We were lucky enough to talk to him on SNUG Wrestling, Jack Cartwheel, and we talked about his injury. This was a couple months ago when he was still injured. He didn't know when he was going to come back, but it's good to see that he's coming back now. Better than later in a number one contenders match versus Mini Vikingo and Dragon Lee, right? Dragon Lee. So, yeah, it's going to be a good match. Kind of surprising, though, that Mini Vikingo is in this number one contenders match, especially because of, he's been feuding with Vikingo, who is now injured.
Yeah, I think they moved him to the Cruiserweight Championship just because of that reason. But I feel like Mini Vikingo was a perfect number one contender already for El Hijo del Vikingo's Latin American Championship, especially because he's already pinned him twice.
Yeah, dude, I still think he should be the number one contender because what are they saying that Vikingo's going to be out for like at least a year, right?
Yeah, something between 9 to 12 months.
What kind of injury was it? I honestly didn't even look into it that much. Did you?
I honestly haven't looked into it. So,
But it looked like it had something to do with like his leg, maybe his knee. I know knee injuries can be really bad, can take a while to recover. But an entire year? That sounds crazy, dude. It must be really bad if it's that long.
I know he had surgery. So I saw that he posted some pictures of surgery. So,
Hmm.
it's interesting. We have a couple of people who are sitting out right now with titles that are recovering from some sort of injury, like El Hijo del Vikingo with the AAA Latin American Championship, and then isn't Rhea Ripley injured?
Yeah, but she's not going to be out for an entire year like Vikingo is. If Vikingo's going to be out for that long, they have to relinquish that championship. I'm sorry, but yeah. James, shout out to James. Shout out from Indiana. What's up, James in Indiana? Thank you for hanging out with us. Be sure to double tap the screen, comment, all that good stuff. If you like Lucha Libre AAA, Soto and I, we cover that shit all the time, bro. So,
Most part, yeah, about 90% of the time.
yeah, man. It's going to be a good match, dude. It's going to be interesting to see how Jack Cartwheel, how he's looking after being out. Unless, do we know if he's been wrestling maybe had a couple matches here and there before AAA?
Not that I've known.
Mm-hmm.
No. I honestly wish, and like I'm glad that Jack Cartwheel is back. I
Mhm.
honestly wish they would have kept it a surprise and he would have just made his entrance and, shown up. I feel like he would have gotten a little bit bigger response, but I'm happy that he's back nonetheless.
It works well either way because this way, like, oh shit, like people that are fans of his and that know his work are like, oh, he's gonna be there. Now I have to tune in and watch it. We haven't seen him in a while. So either way, I think it works.
Yeah, I got excited. As soon as AAA posted that, within minutes, I texted you saying, Jack Cartwheel's back. And,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him go in the ring and hopefully he becomes number one contender and faces Rey Fenix for the Cruiserweight Championship. I think that'd be a really good matchup.
Is that who you got?
I think it'd be cool to see, man. Mini Vikingo is a top choice for me too. But so is Dragon Lee, dude. All three are
Yeah.
great options. All three I could see face Rey Fenix. And even if somebody, even the other two who don't win this match, I could still see the other two facing Rey Fenix down the line for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Here's the other thing too. Rey Fenix has been defending the AAA Cruiserweight Championship on SmackDown. So does that mean the winner gets to go to SmackDown too?
I don't think so. I think it would be just on AAA. But
Mm,
Dragon Lee does have the advantage being on Raw, so they could take that title to Raw, showcase it on Netflix, and then
yeah.
back in AAA.
Yeah. I guess for me, it makes a difference. Thanks you guys for all you guys' follows and likes and stuff like that. Um, I guess for me, what would make a big difference is if where Ray Phoenix defends that championship. Because if it is on SmackDown, I would love to see Jack Cartwheel or Mini Vikingo on SmackDown. Uh, I don't need to see Dragon Lee on SmackDown because we can see him on Raw any day of the week, right? But yeah, I guess just to give somebody new, somebody different a shot at the cruiserweight. Because if we get Ray Phoenix versus Dragon Lee, yes, that would be a good match. But then I'm just gonna feel like we're seeing two WWE guys wrestling for a AAA title, you know? So I'm 50-50 between Jack Cartwheel or Mini Vikingo.
Whoever wins, though, is probably going to end up being at their next big event, which is on July 25th, the Verano de Escalando.
Hmm.
Escándalo. Verano de Escándalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
July 25th. So, yeah, it's probably going to be for that one.
yeah. Again, dude, I mean, we were lucky enough to interview both Jack Cartwheel and Mini Vikingo, so I'm kind of like I can't be biased, you know. I can't be like, I'll go with the guy that you know is on our show or whatever, right? But they both were, so it's kind of hard, you know, to
I
pick
got to
just
talk to
one.
Dragon Lee twice. So, I've talked to all three of these guys. So, I
Yeah,
like all three of them personally.
yeah. Let's see. James here has. What about the AAA Tag Team Title match? That hasn't been announced. I think we might find out more about that tonight on SmackDown.
That's why I kind of wanted to wait until tomorrow to talk about this, but Snug said he wasn't available tomorrow. So I'm
Yeah.
talking about this right now. I wanted to wait because Damian Priest announced last week because it was pre-recorded, that they would have a match, title versus title, in the coming future, but it would be on a SmackDown. They didn't announce when, but it would be on a SmackDown in the near future.
Yeah, it would be on SmackDown. So, um, if they have they announced any matches for SmackDown tonight yet? WWE.
They announced 3 matches, um, and I have 2 of the 3 right here, which is Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes in a non-title match.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then they have Finn Balor versus Tama Tonga, which I actually have been enjoying that
Hmm.
because I like how Tama Tonga is going after his, old rivals, especially with Shinsuke Nakamura. Those were great matches.
Yeah.
And then I believe we also have, there's another one that I forgot, but it's a women's match. And they just announced it a little bit ago. It is Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill.
Okay, so no tag team title match tonight, but maybe next week on SmackDown is when they're gonna do that.
Maybe, or they could just save it for the week before SummerSlam. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's going to be title versus title, so that's going to be good. That triple threat number one contenders match for tomorrow is going to be good also. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. What else do we have on the card for AAA, Soto?
Well, let's talk about the number one contender for the AAA damn it,
Mega,
Mega Championship.
the one that you own.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the name of this? Let's talk about the number for the AAA Mega Championship.
Yeah,
El Grande Americano returns after being taken out by Los Perros del Mal.
yeah, yeah. Both El Grande Americano and Dominic Mysterio are. They were advertised to show up tomorrow in AAA, right?
Yep, so we get to see both number one contender and the AAA Mega Champion, the greatest AAA Mega Champion WWE has ever seen,
That's right.
Dominic Mysterio.
That's right. That's right. And he did it all by himself too. Like he, even though he had like a really bad childhood, he overcame all adversity and you know just a self-made champion, Dominic Mysterio. And
He should be world
just a few
champion
words.
already. He should be the one taking the title off of Roman Reigns since he's on Raw, or maybe even go after CM Punk.
Okay, now okay, that's where
You know, he
that's
needs
where I'm
to.
drawing the line right there.
He needs to win Money in the Bank on October 10th, and he needs to win a world title.
Somebody was trolling online and they said the AAA Mega Champion that WWE gave AAA, and it was Dom. And they said the AAA Mega Champion AEW gave AAA, and it was Kenny Omega. And I was like, oh my goodness, here we go with this bullshit. But yeah, I thought that was funny.
I mean, Kenny Omega's great too, but he's definitely no Dom.
He's no Dom. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Even though Kenny Omega's a multi AEW world champion, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's two completely different worlds, and it depends on what your criteria is for who's better and who's not. Like my criteria is different from yours, right? You know, some people look at they're the best wrestler in the world based on wrestling moves, on matches, on this or that, and other people look at it as drawing power, popularity, merch sale. You know, so it just depends how you look at it. Everything is it's different for everybody, you know. But I thought that was a funny comparison.
Absolutely.
Um,
I want to talk about it real quick. I want to bring it back up again.
mhm,
Obviously, a few weeks ago, we saw Perros del Mal attack and take out El Grande Americano.
mhm,
But have they really established a leader?
mhm.
And the same show, we're also going to see Dominic Mysterio. So could they potentially say that Dominic Mysterio is the leader of Perros del Mal? Is that possible?
I hope so. That would be interesting. Um, after seeing them Perros del Mal show up and attack el Grande Americano, I also got the feeling that it could be was it Draga or the original guy from Perros del Mal who was there, right?
Daga.
Daga. I was also thinking maybe it could just be him. I don't even think Dom has anything to do with that, you know.
Sorry, I was getting this gift and it was messing up my screen. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the gifts. Um,
Don't send him any more gifts. You're messing up his screen.
that's okay. I appreciate him. It could be Daga. I don't know. It could be Daga, but I don't feel like it is.
Yeah. It would be weird because just being involved in two different factions on the main roster in AAA to me just I don't know, that just would not sit right with me, weirdly enough, you know?
I don't know because I feel like the Judgment Day needs more muscle because
Hmm.
we only have Dom and JD and there's not enough muscle. You know, you
Yeah.
have Raquel. That's about the most muscle you got on that faction.
Yeah.
So and plus we live in two different universes. We already know this.
Right.
AAA is its own universe. SmackDown and Raw is its own universe. You know, we've learned this with both El Grande Americanos when one was a heel and a babyface on opposite shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can definitely see two different factions.
One thing is for damn sure. I would like to see Perros and Mas show up tomorrow. If Dom is involved with them or not, but just so we can see some of those new faces, Los Garzas, do something cool, which a lot of people feel like Los Garzas haven't been used properly in the main roster. So, yeah, let's see them tomorrow in AAA and have them be involved in something interesting. Same thing with like Bronco Nima and Carmen Petrovich from NXT. I'm a big NXT guy. So seeing them being involved with a big star like El Grande Americano, I think is awesome. So I'm very, very excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow with Perros del Mal if they show up and confront El Grande Americano. Well, they are. El Grande Americano said he's not gonna show up alone, is what he said last week, right?
Yeah, last week we were making our predictions, and you really liked my prediction on who was going to show up, and it's a long shot.
El
I think it's
pinche
a very long
chaparro.
shot. Chad Gable showing up in AAA and teaming up with the Grande Americano would be a great callback. It almost feels a little too soon, just because they just had their great match last month. But we know that Chad Gable's going to return at some point in AAA.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think if El Grande Americano is not going to show up alone, Perros del Mal are going to show up for damn sure. And we're going to have a nice little confrontation. But the timing of this seems kind of odd because we're on the road to Triple Mania. But again, everything just goes back to Dom. Because, like, we assumed that, all right, El Grande Americano and Dom, they're going to face each other at Triple Mania. El Grande Americano is the number one contender. And instead of Dominic Mysterio coming out and confronting El Grande Americano, we get this random faction from the past showing up and attacking El Grande Americano. So, yeah, man, I want to say Dom is behind this. But then again, I don't know. You know, man, it's so like not convoluted, but it makes you wonder. The possibilities for this are endless, I feel like.
Yeah, you also said that it could be Damian Priest, but I don't think it's Damian Priest. I think
Did I
Damian
say
Priest
that?
last week you did. You said it could be Damian Priest in charge of it. But he's not
Nah,
a heel.
bro. That must have been your other friend, bro. I didn't say that.
That was you.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well, I'll take credit for it if it happens. I don't remember saying that. That would be
Nah.
cool. Now, yeah, that would be cool. That sounds like something I would say, I think. What about you? What do you think? You down to see that?
Uh, I'm cool with seeing Damian Priest as a babyface right now. I want to see what he's gonna do. It sucks because I feel like he was the perfect guy to go up against El Hijo del Vikingo and help elevate El Hijo del Vikingo more to the main roster. And it sucks that he's injured now because I feel like that's the direction they were headed in. You think that they were gonna go Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio? I still think it would have been perfect to see El Hijo del Vikingo versus Damian Priest.
Yeah, but Damian Priest just got there. I mean, it's not going to happen anymore, so there's really no point in going into it. But, like, if they were going to do Damian Priest versus Vikingo, who wins?
That's a good question because I feel like the easy answer is Damian Priest, but I feel like Vikingo's been losing a lot of matches lately.
Yeah. And if Vikingo wins, oh, let's put Vikingo over to establish him as a better champion. You just beat a former world champion for a mid card title.
So what? So what? Maxine Dupree defeated a world champion for a mid card title. That just helps
Maxine was,
elevate them.
yeah, it's not the same though, dog. Maxine
It
is
is the
not,
same.
nah, bro.
It's the
Max,
exact same.
okay, so what are you talking about? Maxine beat who for a mid card title?
Becky Lynch.
Right, but Maxine wasn't the champion. She became champion. So I'm
True.
saying if Vikingo were to beat Damian Priest, you just beat a former world champion for a mid card title. If it was the other way around, if like Priest was the Latin American champion and Vikingo came and beat Priest for it, I think that's one thing. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like that. Like on paper, that match to me wasn't making sense. At least not now that Damian Priest just came into AAA fresh, new, and they haven't even done anything with him yet. I think they have to establish him a little bit more. He needs to gain some of his credibility back that he's lost ever since he was world champion. The stuff that they had him do in the main roster, he doesn't really feel like a world champion anymore. So now he's down in AAA. Now they could really establish him again. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying, but remember, it's two different universes. They don't
yeah,
really look at the stats like that, right? They can throw them into whatever. If we have I don't know, a number one contenders tournament or something, and if Damian Priest is in this tournament, that means that he was going to go after the AAA Latin American Championship to begin with.
wait, say that again? Sorry.
So obviously, we're talking about how Vikingo might relinquish the title because he's
Okay.
been injured. So if they start to do some sort of tournament or have a
Yeah.
battle royal or something, and if Damian Priest is in that, then I feel strongly that Damian Priest was scheduled to face El Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Latin American
Okay.
Championship. Is what I'm
Okay.
trying to say.
Yes. If and when that happens, then I'll believe it when I see it. But until then, Damian Priest should go straight for Dominic Mysterio.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, okay, maybe after Triple Mania, but we already know that El Grande Americano is going to win.
Yeah, not right now. Not right now, but yeah. But in the
No,
meantime, I don't know what they're going to do with Damian Priest.
he
That's
wants to
another-
go after a title, and the soonest title, the easiest title to go after is the Latin American Championship.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. That's another thing too that hopefully we learn more or hear something new from Damian Priest or about Damian Priest tomorrow on AAA.
Well, if we don't hear about it tomorrow, I'm sure we'll hear about it in the near future.
Yeah.
I also want to know what happened with the Psycho Circus. What's
Yeah.
going on with them, especially with what happened with Pagano after he got attacked, and the writing on the wall and in the blood saying what you're next.
We'll probably hear more about that in the pre-recorded shows because usually like they do like two or three, no, just like one or two pre-recorded episodes.
Yeah, it looks like we're only gonna get one pre-recorded episode this time.
Okay.
So it's gonna be live tomorrow. Next week on the 18th, it'll be pre-recorded, and then on the 25th is that special event I told you. What was it? Verano de what? Escándalo.
Escándalo.
Yeah, Escándalo.
Yeah.
Trying to look at the dates.
Yeah, and hopefully Dom actually fucking shows up in person and they don't just play some fucking video package like they've been doing lately, you know.
That's true. That's true. Hopefully, I think he'll show up. He's had 5 days to show up to Mexico. I think he's gonna show up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool, man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to for AAA. Like our good friend Lince Dorado said in our comments earlier today, best 1 hour TV
Per week.
or no, what do you say? Best 1 hour TV show or something like that.
How would you mess up a short quote?
I don't remember what the fuck he said, but I'm gonna
Is
read
that
it.
best 1 hour on TV?
Yes, Lince Dorado. Shout out to Lince Dorado. And he's right for the most part. I mean, I watch Raw, I watch SmackDown, I watch NXT, I watch AAA. AAA is the most like, to me it feels like a old school like Lucha Libre territory show. Like it has like a completely different like underground feel to it, you know.
Yeah, I feel it.
You could compare it to all the other shows, especially NXT as well. So if you're not watching AAA, you should definitely watch it, man. Like Soto said, two different worlds is a completely different world, and it gives you another taste of WWE that we're not used to seeing. So it's really cool. It's really fun.
It's a lot more enjoyable than NXT for me, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel that way too, and it's only an hour, you know, so it flies by super quick. The stuff on there, they have a lot of great storylines going on right now in AAA. So yeah, I can see why you would say that. Hmm.
And it's in both English and Spanish, so you can watch them both on YouTube for free every week, both in
Yeah.
English and in Spanish. Or sometimes they have to put subtitles in English, but it's only when it's super pre-recorded and they can't get to
Hmm.
the translation stuff. That's not so bad.
Or you can watch it in Spanish. It's more interesting.
Yeah, true.
Even if you don't speak Spanish, you can still just imagine what they're saying and just I don't know. I'm just kidding.
It's all good. All right, well, we got SmackDown in about 13 minutes from now, so I'm going to jump off. But you have anything else to cover for AAA before we jump off?
Nah, I think that's it for now. We'll see what happens tomorrow, and maybe if we have time, we'll come back and regroup and go over what we saw.
Well, let's see if we have any announcements tonight for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. Maybe Rey Fenix defends his Cruiserweight Championship tonight on SmackDown, and then hopefully we find out something with the title versus title match for the tag team titles.
Yes, sir. Thanks, bro.
For sure, yeah. Real quick before he jumps off, make sure to follow Edgar from SNUG Wrestling. And once again, I am Soto619. Sorry, the dogs are barking, but Braun Breaker is nowhere to be seen because it is Friday. So we'll be doing a Friday watch along for SmackDown in about 12 minutes. But until then, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.